A good midday Friday to you. This weather video driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda. They're all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. Southwesterly flow continues. We've had a little frontal system move on by. This utility outlook. We'll see unsettled period of rather weak to no utility threats. Fast-moving, mostly minor disturbances after the rest of today, Friday, being the best project weather day coming. We should see at or below normal thresholds for gusty northwest winds that will develop Saturday afternoon and into the early evening, and again along about Tuesday. Minor lightning concerns, that's going to be about it with some thunderstorms. The first threat comes in the far southern Vermont counties tomorrow, Saturday morning, and again perhaps along about Monday. Both of these look very, very limited, and most of it looks like it's going to miss us to the south. Overall, fast-paced weather systems into the middle of next week, and we'll have to take a close eye and update day by day. But right now it looks like really no utility threats except for lightning. So switching over to dew point temperatures, you can see much drier air working in, and where that drier air is a lot of the cloud cover is fairly limited. This is yet to move into Vermont, but I'm anticipating a lot of sunshine. The rest of today should be a pretty fantastic day, including temperatures that we should get into the 70s region-wide. So looking at any exiting showers the rest of today, and this is going into tonight with no issues, dry weather. Now we do have one little weather system here that's going to be kind of moving along. This is coming out of some leftover moisture and still some weak instability that's going to carry over into the southern Vermont counties and mostly into southern New England. Let me go back to that here, right here, and you can see that that's mostly before 8 o'clock in the morning. Then after 8 o'clock you see it exiting with its the back edge of this precipitation. Again, there could be some isolated embedded thunderstorms over the Massachusetts border region, but anticipating really not a big deal. Now, okay, with that system moving on out, we still have to keep a close eye on this. There'll be a frontal system, looks like somewhere along about here, and this is part of a warm front now that was going to spread up and north, so taking a look at that. This is valid about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. Then some very scattered light precipitation makes it into Vermont. Looks like very late in the day. And then beyond that, that's the warm front, which has a little beef to it in terms of moisture. So that moves in on Monday morning, and then we have some improving conditions as the front kind of lingers just to the north and pushes up. And this is by later in the afternoon on Monday. And then we have a bit of a gradient wind issue just ahead of this next weather system. That's going to be during the early morning hours on Tuesday. And again, you're looking at this is valid about 2 o'clock in the morning. So beyond that, that system pushes out, and we get into some gusty northwest winds on the backside. Right now, the gradient winds look like they're going to be below thresholds. This is valid about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday, and then 8 p.m. Tuesday evening. Still some leftover shower activity to deal with. Okay, looking at the GFS ensemble, you can see this tomorrow morning's a little bit of precipitation, although this is centered on Burlington, and I think GFS is a little bit off on that, as it's mostly going to be across southern half of the state. And then a little bit more rambunctious stuff really moves in here. And again, this is not quite matched up with the European model, but it's in the vicinity. And so as we get toward Tuesday, we might have a little break in the action after that. Looking at total 7-day accumulated precipitation, again, this forecast only goes out to Tuesday, so 5 days worth, but we're looking at generally a little bit over 1 inch. This is the 2-inch mount. So a little bit more to the north, a little bit to the south. Right in our neck of the woods, we're escaping out, and I think a lot of this is added into what we're seeing this weekend. And looking at the GFS ensemble temperature forecast, you can see we get down into the 30s here, and there are some indications we might even see some frost Saturday night, Sunday morning. Then we get into the first day of May, and a little bit of a cooler temperature slide. And things become a little more unhinged, and this is where it gets a little bit more unsettled in this period here. And through Tuesday, the 2nd of May, we're looking at temperatures a little bit of a downward trend and then upward trend after that point. Okay, weighted temperatures for the next 5 days, maximums. Notice we're neutral, a little bit warmer to the south as the cooler air is starting to slip across Canada. We're getting little periodic shots of northwesterly flows here. So it's kind of cutting down the temperature after this Friday and Saturday. Sunday will be a cooler day, as will Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. What about 3 days later? Just looking down the road, looks like the neutral area is a little bit further south now. We're starting to get in a little bit of cooler weather that's migrated across the country. That's it from here. Thanks for watching. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.